Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning into today's second video. Got a big video ahead for you right now. This is the second Winter 2023-24 seasonal model roundup from GavsWeatherVids. So we're going to be getting 16 long-range models together to see what they're all showing for Winter 2023-24 for only the second time this season. We did the first one of these back in September. Very interesting update that one was, and we're going to go through all the long range models right now, or in a minute or so's time, to see what they're all showing. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and I shall take you through those models from the world leading forecast centres in a moment. Just to say that the first video you see was our 6 AM UK weather forecast. They've also got the weekend forecast and a 10 to 14 there with all of the regular features ahead for you today as well. So please like, share and subscribe on all of today's videos and content. And thank you so much everybody for doing that for GavsWeatherVids. Thank you so to Richard for our amazing winter updates gift. Thank you so much, Rich. I love it. Thank you so much, my friend. Okay, let's have a look then. So we're going to start off, as always, with Canips from TroubleTidbits.com. This would be mean sea level pressure anomaly from Canips for winter 2023-24. Looks quite interesting again this month with low pressure generally over to the south of the country and a blocking signal, high pressure up to the north, and you will think we're probably going to be bringing in the wind from an east or northeasterly direction with that scenario. The temperature anomaly is about average, so not a particularly mild or cold winter being indicated there. And you can see that it's drier than average to our north and northwest, and wetter than average to our south and southwest, and we're somewhere in between. Those dry and average conditions indicative of higher pressure around Iceland to the north of Scotland, etc. That's a very interesting one to start us off. Let's move on to the NMME suite of models and look at NASA's temperature anomaly forecast for the winter 2023-24, which is above average in those orange colours, which on the scale it's around half a degree to 1 degree above north, so a relatively mild winter being indicated there from NASA, and not much of a signal for precipitation. This is GEM, the Canadian model. That one is showing average temperatures, a mild average winter predicted away to our north and east, but we're actually near normal for temperature anomaly with the GEM. And again, we do see a bit of a signal here for it to be rather drier to our north and a bit wetter down the south. Could that be indicative again of some sort of blocking going on within the high latitudes possibly. And then we've got NCAR, which again is showing average temperatures, neither a particularly warm or cold winter indicated. However, Scandinavia, Scandinavia is forecast to have below average temperatures for the winter 2023-24. And again, we see from a precipitation anomaly, but it's largely dry and average to the north around Iceland and into the Norwegian Sea up here around Svalbard. To our south, we're wetter than average. So again, could that be indicative of some sort of southerly tracking jet stream and higher pressure up here, maybe bringing in wind from an east or northeast direction? Again, quite interesting signals that we see there. Temperature probability for winter 2023-24 from IRI. Remember, this is the International Research Institute for Climate and Society, part of Columbia Climate School, Columbia University. Try saying all that lot. We've had a load of magic water. The temperature anomaly for the winter 2023-24 is, or probability for temperatures is to be below average for Scotland. You've got something like a 45 to 50% probability of cooler than average temperatures for the north. Meanwhile, for Ireland, England and Wales, temperature probabilities around 40% favour above normal temperatures there. And precipitation, we're favouring drier than average winter through central parts of England by around 40%. Then we've got Patal Peng's analogue. So remember, Patal Peng is looking at sea surface temperature anomalies in the month of September, and then creating an analogue forecast based on those sea surface temperature anomalies going forward. So this is the 200 millibar height anomaly for the winter 2023-24. This looks quite interesting as well, with above average heights in the North Atlantic and going back to Greenland. And they've got trough of low pressure sitting to our south, and that will be bringing in the wind from more of a northeasterly direction. So potentially a cold winter being signalled there for northern and western Europe for Patal Penguins analogues. Temperature anomaly is predicted to be slightly colder than average for the UK. Much of western Europe also indicated to have colder than average temperature anomalies. That's very interesting and quite unusual for Patal Penguins analogues. And as far as precipitation is concerned, a drier than average winter is indicated for much of northern and also west Europe, which is often the case. You get a cold winter, it will often be rather drier as well. Now, in complete contrast, you've got CFS-B2. So this is a 700 millibar height anomaly from the CFS, and well, here we go. This is like the polar opposite of what Patal Penguins was indicating there, with high pressure over Spain and into southern Europe, low pressure away towards Greenland and Iceland, so that draws up wind from a long fetched southwesterly direction, so essentially a very mild winter being indicated there from the CFS. The temperature anomaly is above average, not just UK but most parts of Europe are bathed in those rakers, so a very mild winter is forecast there, and also, as you expect, the southwesterly dominated winter, above average rainfall being indicated through much of northern and also West Europe, and the UK and Ireland is included in that. So we've got Patal Penguins and looking like it could be cold winter. We've got CFSB2 looking like it could be a mild winter. That's the end of the North American models. Let's come to Europe, starting off with the ECM WF. Now, this is a bit of a change on last month. So last month, the ECM model was hinting at a chance of colder winter with blocking within the high latitudes. That's gone on this month's update. So ECM is actually indicating a mild Atlantic-driven winter now, with low pressure in the North Atlantic into Western Europe as well. Its mean sea pressure anomaly. The temperature anomaly from the ECM is indicated to be above average by about half a degree to 1 to 2 degrees above normal. So a mild winter forecast then, and also hinting at a wetter than average winter with the ECM at WF. Now let's start going through the Copernicus suite of models, starting off with Meteo France. So this is the mean sea pressure anomaly winter 2023-24 from Meteo France. This looks more interesting from a cold perspective, as we have a mid-Atlantic ridge, and it's extending up towards Greenland. There's a trough of low pressure across the northern and central parts of Europe, and you would look at that and think we're probably going to bring the wind in from the north a lot of the time if that was to come off. The temperature anomaly from the ECM, from Meteo France, I should say, is around to a little bit above average. We do see quite a mild winter indicated for much of northern and northeastern Europe. I'm not sure how that ties in with the mean sea pressure anomaly, to be honest. And precipitation-wise, not much of a signal there for rainfall. As far as the DWD German model goes, that looks quite interesting as well. Again, we see higher pressure in the North Atlantic going up towards Greenland, low pressure coming in from off the Atlantic. We are very close with DWD to be pulling in the wind from a northeasterly direction. Above average temperatures being indicated in those orange, yellow to orange colours. That's around half degree, 1 degree above normal. And a rather wet winter is indicated from DWD as well. This is CMCCC, or CMCC, I should say. This is the Mediterranean model. Again, we see a high pressure in the North Atlantic going up towards Greenland. Low pressure is underneath it. So again, could that be bringing in wind from like a northeasterly type direction? Certainly there is a strong blocking signal that we see there. The temperature anomaly is indicated to be around half degree to 1 degree above average with that model. And again, we don't have all that much of a signal for precipitation. ECCC looks like this, again blocking from Greenland to Scandinavia, so that's a large blocking area of high pressure actually within the high latitudes, low pressure underneath it. Again, could that bring the wind in from that east or northeasterly direction? How's the temperature anomaly looking? So around average for temperature anomalies with the ECCC, average or no signal. And precipitation wise, well, you can see where the blocking is. It's driving average to our north, something that's showing up on quite a few of these models, wetter than average to our south. I reckon that one could hint at the chance of a cold winter. And we've got the JMA, the Japanese model. Again, this has been sea level pressure anomaly the winter 2023-24 with high pressure towards Scandinavia, for example. Low pressure is underneath it. Again, could that bring the wind in from an easterly direction? The temperature anomaly, as with so many of these models, is around 0.5 degree to 1 degree above average. And rainfall-wise, we see that it's dry than average to our north and wetter than average down to our south. Keeping on with the Asian theme, we go to Jamset, which is another Japanese model, and that temperature anomaly from Jamset is indicated to be slightly above average. In those orange colours, around 0.5 degree to 1 degree above normal. And precipitation-wise, again, we see that idea that it's drier than average up to the north, close to Iceland, wetter than average down here. That looks a little bit like a negative NAO type pattern, I must say. That's quite interesting. And then we've got the Beijing Climate Centre from China with high pressure, again, blocking to the north, but also to the east to some degree as well, with low pressure down here. Less of a southerly tracking jet stream there with about the 200, that's a 500 millibar heights. I mean, 200 millibar heights look very similar. Excuse me, once again, everybody, with low pressure patch through here. Higher pressure through there. We're closer to cold winter with the base climate, but just not quite right. The temperature anomaly is slightly milder than average, and precipitation-wise, a relatively dry winter is indicated. And then we come finally to our very own UK Met Office Growth C5 model, and that one also has high pressure towards Scandinavia. Low pressure is through here. Could that again be hinting at the winds coming in from the east with medium pressure anomaly? The temperature anomaly again in those orange colours around 0.5 degree to 1 degree above normal. And lastly, precipitation wise, so it looks a little bit unsettled, but it's wettest to our south and southwest really. You can see it drier up here too. So yeah, I think the UK Met probably not all that far away from delivering a relatively cold winter as well. Right, we're done. We've gone through 16 long-range models in 12 minutes. That's not bad going, is it? Rattle through those quite quickly. So yeah, very interesting update again this month. Most of those models are looking mild. There are one or two, particularly Patal Peng, that looks cold. And most of them, for the temperature, obviously going for a milder than average winter. But the pressure, you know, either 500 millibar heights or mean sea level pressure on, so they do look very interesting there with a lot of those models. Again, particularly like the European, the Copernicus suite of models. Many of those are going for some level of high latitude blocking that could deliver at the very least some cold interludes, if not actually a colder than average winter. So all very interesting. It is a continuation of the first season model roundup as well, with both Copernicus models again all hinting at a lot of blocking. We saw that last month, we see it again this month. Will it be maintained for the third and final season model roundup with 2023-24? We're going to see at the end of November, end of next month. We shall see. That's going to be a very interesting, a rather pivotal update, I think, where we do the third and final winter 23-24 season model roundup next month. Anyway, that's how it's all looking. Now, tomorrow on the live stream, we're going to go through those Copernicus models again, but we will do so on a month-by-month basis. So what you're seeing here is all 3 monthly anomalies. But tomorrow on our live stream from 6 p.m, we're actually going to go through the Copernicus suite, month-by-month, suite of models, month-by-month. And that's going to be a very interesting live stream, I think, as we go through those models. We see which of models has the strongest blocking signal and in which month. I suspect many of them will be producing the blocking later on in winter, but we shall see tomorrow on the live stream. So make sure you check into the live tomorrow from 6 p.m. We will, of course, also be discussing the 9th Winter 2023-24 update that will be released at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Thank you so much to Richard for our amazing winter updates. Dear, thank you so much, Rich. And for the second winter 2023-24 season model roundup, that's all now. and thanks for watching.